Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about physical and chemical equilibrium. In this unit we are going to learn about the meaning of equilibrium, physical and chemical equilibrium, equilibrium constant in terms of active mass and partial pressure, applications of equilibrium constant, Le-Chatelier principle and Van Hoff equation. Let us see them one by one. Chemical reaction, the process in which reactants are converted into products, is called as chemical reaction. Example, neutralization reaction. Hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide base to give sodium chloride salt and water. In this reaction, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide base are reactants. Sodium chloride salt and water are the products. In this reaction, the reactants hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide base are completely converted into the product sodium chloride salt and water. Based on the direction in which the reaction is taken place, chemical reaction is classified into two types. They are irreversible reaction and reversible reaction. Let us see them one by one. First one is irreversible reaction. Reaction which goes to completion in the forward direction and never proceeds in the backward direction is called as irreversible reaction. Irreversible reaction is represented by an arrow starting from the reactants and pointing towards the products. Example, precipitation reaction. Sodium chloride reacts with silver nitrate to give sodium nitrate and silver chloride, where AQ represents aqueous solution. This arrow mark represents precipitate. In this reaction, the reactants sodium chloride and silver nitrate react with each other in the forward direction to give the products sodium nitrate and silver chloride precipitate. At same time, the products sodium nitrate and silver chloride never react with each other in the reverse direction to give the reactants sodium chloride and silver nitrate. Then reversible reaction which proceeds in the forward direction and backward direction simultaneously is called as reversible reaction. Reversible reaction is represented by two half arrows. The upward half arrow indicates the forward reaction. The downward half arrow indicates the backward reaction. Example: decomposition of ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride ammonia gas, hydrogen chloride gas. In this reaction, ammonium chloride undergoes decomposition in the forward direction to give ammonia gas and hydrogen chloride gas. At same time, the products ammonia gas and hydrogen chloride gas react with each other in the backward direction to give back the reactant ammonium chloride. Then equilibrium. In a reversible reaction, the position at which rate of the forward reaction becomes equal to the rate of the backward reaction is called as equilibrium. To explain this term equilibrium, let us consider a general reversible reaction in a closed vessel. A equilibrium B. Here A is the reactant molecule, B is the product molecule. In the beginning of the reaction, the rate of the reactant A is high and decreases gradually with increase in time. In the beginning of the reaction, the rate of the product B is 0. This is because at initial, the reaction vessel only contains the reactant molecule A, and the rate of the product molecule B increases gradually with increase in time. After some time, the rate of the reactant A becomes equal to the rate of the product B at a particular position. That particular position is called as equilibrium. From this graph, we have concluded that at equilibrium, the rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of the backward reaction. From this graph, we have concluded that at equilibrium, the rate of the forward reaction is equal to rate of the backward reaction. Equilibrium is classified into two types. They are physical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium. Let us see them one by one. At first, let us discuss about chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium is a state in which rate of the forward reaction equals the rate of the backward reaction. In other words, there is no change in the concentration of the reactants and products. Chemical equilibrium is also called as dynamic equilibrium. This is because at equilibrium, the reaction mixture containing a definite amount of reactant and product molecules. At equilibrium, both the forward and backward reactions are taking place at the same rate. Due to this, chemical equilibrium is called as dynamic equilibrium. Equilibrium is classified into two types. They are physical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium. At first, let us see about chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium is a state in which the rate of the forward reaction equals the rate of the backward reaction. In other words, there is no net charge in the concentration of the reactant and product molecules. Chemical equilibrium is also called as dynamic equilibrium. Reason: at equilibrium, reactant and product molecules are present in definite amount, and at equilibrium both the forward and backward reactions take place simultaneously, endlessly at the same rate. Due to this, chemical equilibrium is also called as dynamic equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium is classified into two types based on the nature of reactants and products. Sorry, cut panni. Chemical equilibrium is classified into two types based on the physical state of the reactants and products. They are homogeneous equilibrium and heterogeneous equilibrium. Let us see them one by one. First one is homogeneous equilibrium. chemical equilibrium in which all the reactants and products are present in the same base is called as homogeneous equilibrium. Example, CH3 COO CH3 plus H2O equilibrium CH3 COOH plus CH3OH. Name of this compound is methyl acetate. It is water. Name of this compound is acetic acid and name of this compound is methyl alcohol. In this reaction, the reactants methyl acetate and water, the products acetic acid and methyl alcohol are present in same base, that is aqueous solution base. So this equilibrium belongs to homogeneous equilibrium. Another example, hydrogen gas plus iodine gas equilibrium hydrogen iodide gas. In this reaction, the reactants hydrogen, iodine and the product hydrogen iodide are present in same base, that is gaseous base. So this reaction belongs to homogeneous equilibrium. Then heterogeneous equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium in which the reactants and products are present in different base is called as heterogeneous equilibrium. Example, CaCO3, its name is calcium carbonate, which is present in solid state. Equilibrium CaO, its name is calcium oxide, it is also present in solid state. Plus CO2, its name is carbon dioxide, it is present in gaseous base. In this reaction, reactant and the products are present in different base. So this reaction belongs to heterogeneous equilibrium. Then law of mass action. At any instant, the rate of the given reaction at a given temperature is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactant. That is, rate directly proportional to active mass of reactant with stoichiometric coefficient x. Here, this square bracket represents the active mass or concentration of the reactant and x represents stoichiometric coefficient. stoichiometric coefficient is a number which is placed in front of the atoms in a chemical reaction in order to balance the number of each element on both the reactant side and product side. To explain this term stoichiometric coefficient, let us consider this example. Nitrogen reacts with hydrogen to give ammonia. In this reaction, nitrogen and hydrogen are reactants. Ammonia is a product. In this reaction, number of nitrogen that present at left hand side of this equation is 2. Similarly, number of hydrogen of this reaction at present at left hand side of this equation is 2. Similarly, number of nitrogen that present at right hand side of this reaction is only 1, and number of hydrogen that present at right hand side of this reaction is 3. Here number of different elements that present at left hand side of this reaction is not equal to number of those elements that present at right hand side of this equation. Number of nitrogen here is 2, but number of nitrogen here is only 1. To balance number of nitrogen on both sides, we should place number 2 before this nitrogen in ammonia molecule. Now, number of nitrogen gets balanced on both sides, and number of hydrogen at left hand side of this reaction is 2, which is not equal to number of hydrogen at right hand side of this equation. Here number of hydrogen is equal to 6. These two numbers are not equal. To balance number of hydrogen on both sides, we should place number 3 before this hydrogen. Now number of hydrogen gets balanced on both sides. Here number 1 is the stoichiometric coefficient of nitrogen. Number 3 is the stoichiometric coefficient of hydrogen. Number 2 is the stoichiometric coefficient of ammonia molecule. Active mass is equal to N by V mole per decimeter cube or mole per liter, where N is the number of moles of the substance, V is the volume of the container in decimeter cube or liter. Then equilibrium constant in terms of active mass or concentration. Let us consider a general equilibrium reaction. X A plus Y B equilibrium L C plus M D. Here A and B are reactants, C and D are products. X is the stoichiometric coefficient of the reactant A. Y is the stoichiometric coefficient of the reactant B. L is the stoichiometric coefficient of the product C, and M is the stoichiometric coefficient of the product D. This upward half arrow indicates forward reaction. This downward half arrow indicates backward reaction. Applying law of mass action. Rate of forward reaction. According to law of mass action, rate of forward reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactants, namely A and B, raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient. When we remove this proportionality, we should introduce a constant. Therefore, Rf is equal to Kf into active mass of the reactant A with stoichiometric coefficient X into active mass of the reactant B with stoichiometric coefficient Y. This is equation number 1, where Kf is a proportionality constant or rate constant of the forward reaction. Then rate of backward reaction. According to law of mass action, rate of the backward reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactant C and the reactant D raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient. When we remove this proportionality, we should introduce a constant. Therefore, Rb is equal to Kb into active mass of the reactant C with stoichiometric coefficient L into active mass of the reactant D with stoichiometric coefficient M. This is equation number 2, where Kb is the proportionality constant or rate constant of the backward reaction. We know that at equilibrium, the rate of the forward reaction is equal to rate of the backward reaction. That is, Rf is equal to Rb. Applying this concept in equation number 1 and 2. When rate of the forward reaction is equal to rate of the backward reaction. Rate constant of the forward reaction into active mass of the reactant A with stoichiometric coefficient X into active mass of the reactant B with stoichiometric coefficient Y must be equal to the rate constant of the backward reaction into active mass of the reactant C with stoichiometric coefficient L into active mass of the reactant D with stoichiometric coefficient M, that is Kf into A with power X into B with power Y is equal to Kb into C with power L into D with power M. This is equation number 3. In this equation, Kf and Kb terms are constant, while A, B, C and D are concentration terms. Rearrange this equation. Kf divided by Kb is equal to active mass of C with stoichiometric coefficient L into active mass of D with stoichiometric coefficient M divided by active mass of A with stoichiometric coefficient X into active mass of B with stoichiometric coefficient Y. Kf is a constant, Kb is also a constant. When Kf is divided by Kb, we will get another one constant. It is Kc. Kc is equal to active mass of C with stoichiometric coefficient L into active mass of D with stoichiometric coefficient M divided by active mass of A with stoichiometric coefficient X into active mass of B with stoichiometric coefficient Y. This is equation number 4. Since active mass of C with stoichiometric coefficient L into active mass of D with stoichiometric coefficient M divided by active mass of A with stoichiometric coefficient X into active mass of B with stoichiometric coefficient Y is equal to Kc or is taken as Kc. Here Kc is an equilibrium constant in terms of active mass or concentration. Then definition of equilibrium constant. The ratio of the product of active masses of the products raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient to the product of active masses of the reactants raised to the respective coefficient in a balanced chemical reaction at a given temperature is constant. This constant is called as equilibrium constant. Then equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. Let us consider a general equilibrium reaction. X A plus Y B equilibrium L C plus M D. In this reaction, A, B are gaseous reactants and C, D are gaseous products. Here X is the stoichiometric coefficient of gaseous reactant A, Y is the stoichiometric coefficient of gaseous reactant B, L is the stoichiometric coefficient of gaseous product C, M is the stoichiometric coefficient of gaseous product D. It is more convenient to derive equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. For this equation in terms of partial pressure, this is because in this reaction all the reactants and products are present in gaseous state. Equilibrium constant for this reaction is Kp, which is equal to product of partial pressure of the product molecules divided by the product of partial pressure of the reactant molecules. Here PCl represents the partial pressure of the product molecule C. PDM represents the partial pressure of the product molecule D. PAX represents the partial pressure of the reactant molecule A. PBY represents the partial pressure of the reactant molecule B. Equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure is defined as at a given temperature the ratio of the product of partial pressure of the products raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient to the product of partial pressure of the reactants raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient in a balanced chemical equation.